Hey everybody, Shred Riffs here. In this video, we're going to take a look at the most feature-rich chainsaw pedal that I think has ever been created, and you may already know what it is. It's the Medusa by Lichtlaerm Audio. Before we get into the details of this pedal, let's take a listen to a track that I recorded with the Medusa. Here we go. Alright guys, so the Medusa. This pedal came out a couple months ago around the time that I was making a video for the Gehenna pedal. This pedal's been out a little bit longer, but I wanted to get my hands on a Medusa right around the time that they came out, but they all sold out so quickly it was almost impossible to get them in the United States. This is a very hot commodity here. Everybody wanted this pedal when it came out, but I just wanted to give a huge shout out to my friends over at Eastside Music Supply in East Nashville. They are one of the only retailers in the United States that you can get Lichtlaerm audio pedals, and they have all of them in stock. And Blair over there at Eastside Music Supply was cool enough to let me borrow this pedal for this video so you guys can hear what it sounds like. Don't worry, if you'd like to get this pedal, you still can. They have a few of these in stock. So hit up eastsidemusicsupply.com if you want anything from Lichtlaerm Audio. Before we get into all of the dirty details about the Medusa pedal from Lichtlaerm Audio, I wanted to talk about the pedal's namesake. And so we're gonna have a mini history lesson right now. Medusa in Greek mythology is possibly the most famous of the three Gorgons. She was usually represented as a winged female creature having a head of hair consisting of snakes. Unlike the Gorgons, she was sometimes represented as very beautiful. Medusa was the only Gorgon who was mortal, hence her slayer, Perseus, was able to kill her by cutting off her head. From the blood that spurted from her neck sprang Chrysaor and Pegasus, her two sons by Poseidon. The severed head, which had the power of turning into stone all who looked upon it, was given to Athena, who placed it in her shield according to another account. Perseus buried it in the marketplace of Argos. Hercules is said to have obtained a lock of Medusa's hair, which possessed the same powers as the head, from Athena, and given it to Sterope, the daughter of Cepheus, as a protection for the town of Tegea against attack. When exposed to view, the lock was supposed to bring on a storm, which put the enemy to flight. Okay, so let's talk about the Medusa, which is completely packed with features. So the pedal starts off up here with a gain control, okay? And there is twice the amount of gain from the original pedal that came out. This pedal was formerly known as the Breathe Die pedal when Lichtlaerm Audio first was a company. They had an HM2 style pedal that was the Breathe Die. It was the most popular pedal that they made, and some of them fetched up to $600 US on the used market. So yeah, so twice the amount of gain as the original iteration of the Medusa, and then there is an insane amount of level on this pedal. Like in the manual, they caution you, like this gets very loud, so that's cool. There is a cut knob over here. Basically, this is gonna remove some of the low end from the circuit and keep your palm mutes really tight. It'll get rid of that muffly low end that you don't want if you want that. So right here on the pedal, we have a row of mini notches that allow you to further customize and control your EQ to your liking. So you have plus or minus 16 dB of lows, plus or minus 16 dB of mids. You have the grind knob, which is essentially that dual peaked mid-range circuit that the original HM2 is known for. You can blend that amount of double peak EQ into your signal. So if you want more extreme, you would crank the grind knob up, and that's what that does. You also have a presence control over here, which is going to add more high end to the circuit. Because this pedal has its own presence feature on it, this pedal will work great as a preamp pedal going into the effects loop of a tube amplifier, or in front of a clean power amp like the Seymour Duncan Power Stage. You could put this bad boy in front of it, and it will serve as your preamp. There is actually a fifth EQ control on this pedal, which is kind of crazy. So this is the mid-frequency emphasis knob, so you can focus more over to the left, which would be the 200 kilohertz range, all the way to the right, which is 700 kilohertz. And so you can really kind of set that how you want it. And later on in the video, you're gonna get to hear what all of this stuff sounds like. Let's get to a couple other things that this pedal has that I think make it super incredible and super outrageously feature-packed in such a small enclosure. This pedal has a cleaned blend knob, okay? So if you want all of the pedal on, you would, I think, turn it this way. And then if you want some clean signal to go through, like from the amp, like if you're plugging it in front of a already overdriven or high gain amplifier, you would turn this to the middle or something like that, and then add however much of this sound coming from this pedal you want to the circuit. Now, if you don't want to do that, let's say you want to plug this into a very loud, high headroom, clean guitar amplifier, like an Ampeg V4B or V2 or something like that, you could plug in a distortion pedal or another overdrive pedal of some sort into the effects loop of the Medusa, which is completely insane. I can't believe they put that in this pedal. But then you could blend the Medusa with another overdrive pedal or distortion pedal, which we will do later and we'll experiment with on our own here in just a second. In addition to all of that is a polarity switch if you want to change the polarity of the pedal that's going into the Medusa. You can experiment with that as well. So that's just yet another feature that they've given to the user, which I think is awesome. There's another switch down here that goes between modern and classic HM2 sounds. If you want more of the original HM2 from the 80s, you go classic. If you want something a little bit more fresh and modern from Lichtlaerm audio, you click on modern, and I think that's pretty cool. To top all of these features off, and because this pedal is jam-packed with gain and level and volume, they have put a noise gate into the pedal itself. I think they're using what are called Blackman ICs in the noise gate, which are really high quality. The gate that is found on this pedal is also found in another Lichtlaerm audio pedal called the Key and Gate. So you basically get another $150, $200 pedal with this one when you buy the Medusa. So it really makes this pedal just like a one and done kind of thing. If you need a high gain, heavy distortion pedal that you can rely on in a variety of situations, you get this one and you're done. Plug your guitar into this amp, turn your amp on, and let it rip. You're gonna have a killer metal sound with this pedal. Oh, just a quick correction on the noise gate. It is a full Blackmer VCA noise gate. I don't really know what that means, but you guys probably do. I'm assuming it's very high quality. Another thing worth mentioning is that in all Lichtlaerm audio pedals, they call it Lichtlaerm Audio Smart Relay Technology. So what that means is that however you had this pedal set before, whether it was on or off, the pedal will return to that state when it receives power the very next time. So that's pretty cool, so that the pedal doesn't randomly turn on and create a bunch of noise when you're trying to fire up your rig on stage. So that's cool. As with all Lichtlaerm audio pedals, they come in this nice box with this cool branded sleeve on it, and you do get a very luxurious velvet bag to store your pedal in when you're not using it if you are a collector type. You also get a really cool sticker. Okay, now that we've talked enough about what the Medusa is and what it can do, let's listen to what it sounds like. Here we go. Well guys, there you go. That is the Medusa from Lichtlaerm Audio. In general, I'm just so impressed with this company. I think they've just done an excellent job, not only with the Medusa, but all of the other pedals that they make, and I'm looking forward to checking out really their full line here on this channel. One thing I wanted to say, if you guys like what I'm doing here on the channel, something as simple as liking this video, leaving a comment below, or sharing this video with your friends would drastically help the things that I'm doing on this channel. Another thing that could really help me on this channel, as these pedal demos are kind of expensive, if I'm gonna buy these things and present them to you for you to check out on this channel, if you wanna help me with that, just donate a couple dollars. My PayPal and Venmo information is below. And just in general, you know, talk to me, okay? Let me know what you think of these videos. What did you think was cool? What could I do better in these demos in the future? I'm always looking to improve and give you guys the highest quality content that I can possibly muster. Once again, thank you so much for watching, and wherever you're at in the world today, have an awesome day. I'll see you in the next video.